Hey, I'm Edie.
I'm Judy, and together we're the Rainbow Grannies. Hey! Good morning, happy Pride!
Hey! Hey! Morning, happy
Hey,
Pride.
happy Pride!
This is it. This is
This is
last
it. We're
weekend
winding down just for the
of
month.
their official Pride.
Right, of their
You
official
know,
Pride.
because God knows we know we have
We're
Pride
there
here
every
every
day.
day. Every day.
Mhm.
Good morning, everybody.
Hey,
So,
I think we can't see you too well on there. We see a lot of me. There, I like to see you. So, good morning, everybody. It is Sunday, 8 o'clock a.m. Eastern Time. Good
hey,
morning,
Tina.
Tina.
Good to see you. Yeah, we're just
And
giving it a few minutes here, letting everybody come on as far as like on our YouTube and on our TikTok.
That's right.
For anybody that's not familiar with us, we have a YouTube channel and it's Edie and Judy Rainbow Grannies, and we have a TikTok channel and it's Edie Rainbow Grannies. So if you Googled us or whatever, you would probably find us under Edie and Judy Rainbow Grannies.
Yeah, and how did we get our name? Well, I mean, my mom and dad named me, and I guess yours named you. But yeah, we got so many folks that we made friends with on TikTok that they started saying, "Will you be my grandma? Will you be my grandma?" And so we became the Rainbow Grannies.
Yep, that's what happened.
That's what happened. And we'd love to have a whole bunch of grandchildren. We got a lot of yard work that needs to be done.
Oh, man.
You know how you help out your grandmas? Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But we can't do that stuff anymore.
Ooh.
I don't care how bush your grandma is either. She just may not be able to do that stuff so much anymore.
Yeah, good morning, everybody. Do me a favor. Anybody do coming into TikTok, tap, tap, tap on your screen, along with send out any kind of shares you can. Let's get this party started.
Let's get this party started. Yeah. We're wrapping up Pride Month. Mm-hmm. Yeah, we are. Let's see.
Morning.
Wow. Let's see. So do I hear an alarm going off still?
It's that yes, that same thing.
It's going off all night long.
All night long. Maybe that's why I'm so sleepy now.
Maybe.
Because I don't sleep all night. We can't get it. It was we fixed it and it was okay, and now it's up to messing up again. Morning, Rachel. How you doing? Good morning for the Truth. Good morning, Truth. How you doing? What's up? So where you from, Truth? I don't recognize the for the Truth.
Yeah, and Tina, I want to know where you're from, and I think there's somebody else on here on YouTube too. Just give a hi so we can give you a shout out.
That's right.
Minimize the chat and click on the thumbs up to help push the algorithm out. It seems like it's a slow morning. Everybody must have been partying hard last night at Pride, huh?
Yeah.
Saturday night,
last Saturday all night out at Pride. Them phone parties, just getting busy, huh? Mm-hmm. Yeah. Mm-hmm. You know, I'd love to have like almost like a private phone party.
Yeah, I bet
you know, like one with like some really close friends.
Yeah.
You know, I think that would be really, really fun.
Would we? We'd keep our clothes on?
Well, I mean, it's up to what they want to do. I mean, it's your personal thing. If you want to keep your clothes on, keep them on. If you want to let somebody take them off, take them off.
Oh, if you want to let someone take them off.
Yeah. Whatever you want to do. Uh-huh. Hey, Mary Beth, how you doing? Good morning, Rose. How you doing?
Hey, we got Kelly's here. And I'm from my mom's belly.
That's a good place to be. Okay. And Kelly from Michigan. How's that? We don't even have to ask her where she's from.
No.
You know?
Kelly from Michigan.
Yes, Kelly from Michigan. Kelly, have you ever been to the Michigan Women's Festival? Let's see. How was the party yesterday? I'm telling you, Rose, it was nice. I ate, I had a nice, they had a caterer this time. Mm-hmm. And generally, Rose is asking about how the party was we went to yesterday, which was the picnic for the Hugh Lane.
Yeah. The Hugh Lane Wellness Foundation. They had a chosen family picnic.
Yes. And they had it catered. And it was very nice. And this salad they had was really good. And then they had, I think it was 4 or 5 cheese macaroni and cheese. Now, generally, because of health reasons, I try not to eat that stuff,
right?
You know, because I just try to I'm just trying to have a new way on world and life and all that now, you know. But I couldn't help it because it was there, and a friend of mine, you know, Satan, came up to me and he's like, you know, this is so good, you got to try it and everything. And I'm like, oh, and then I says, well, okay, I'll get a little bit and I'll share it with Judy.
Right.
But since I'm funny too about buffets and dipping out of the containers and stuff.
Mhm.
So when I realized that I was only like the second person to dip out of the container, I went on and took a little extra so we wouldn't have to come back.
That's
Just in
why we
case.
had so much.
Yes,
Yeah.
just in case. So I got a bunch of it and I come and I split it up with Judy and stuff. And
It
it
was
was pretty
good.
good. I mean, it
Yeah.
wasn't as good as mine.
Wow.
I'm gonna tell you that right
It's
now.
homemade and you got special ingredients.
Yeah, I'm gonna tell you it's all the secret.
Okay.
Heavy cream. The secret is heavy cream. So
So we have Tina saying, originally I was born in Portugal. I'm trying to stay in both cameras. I'm Portuguese and Italian, but I live in Ashland, Kentucky. All right. So that's where you're from. And we were in Kentucky. We weren't in Ashland, Kentucky. We
I
were.
don't think I
Yeah.
don't know. We were just roaming
We were
around
in
in Kentucky.
Yeah.
So anyway, the mac and cheese was good and we ate it. The party was real nice. There wasn't as many people there as I was, as it seems like there usually is. But
Right.
we were early there.
Right. We were early.
Because we had a day planned.
Yeah, we had 3 prides to hit yesterday, and we hit them all.
We hit Pride for the Hugh Lane Foundation in North Pittsburgh on the north side. And then less than about 3-4 miles up the road, maybe a little further than that, was another Pride, Bellevue. Bellevue's Pride. And it was just a small pride in a little town. These little small prides are pretty neat.
Yeah, either neighborhood.
Yeah.
Neighborhood pride.
Yeah, and it was just a small one in a park, and they had vendors and lots of stuff for the kids, and that made it nice too because there was lots of stuff for the kids. When we looked around, for any of you that have children that are that you either suspect or that are in the community, when you looked around at a place like this and you saw so many children that were dressed in like their rainbow colors and they had their crazy haircuts and I can say that as not being a thing from hate. Right. I say that from just being an old lady, like, wow, look at that haircut. Look at this haircut,
Yeah,
so,
they could all very, very much express themselves, and
right.
it was all okay and all cool, and they're with family.
Right.
They're with friends and family.
Yeah, the moms and dads was all there. They had face paintings and cookie decorating and all kind of stuff for these kids to do.
Right. Oh, and there was one kid who had a little dachshund dog who liked to go in a baby swing because there was a playground there. He was pushing the little dog in the baby swing. I've never seen anything like that before.
No, and the dog liked it.
Yeah.
He just sat in the swing and just kept swinging and swinging, and it was pretty nice. So we saw, then they had a band there too. And the band was really good. They got off and we danced for a second. Wasn't anybody dancing, maybe because it was 90 degrees and it was
like walking in not a sauna, but a steam room. It was like walking in a steam house. So I want to give a shout out to Kate, good morning, and to Kathy, Kate. Good morning. Oh, and see, my grandma used to take us to Bellevue all the time. Wow.
Yeah, well, they got a nice park there with a big old pirate ship for the kids to climb on and stuff. Right. It was nice. And Bellevue, I mean, we're not familiar with Bellevue in Pennsylvania, which is not too far. It's like a suburb of Pittsburgh, right? Okay. I was shocked. They got some really cute, really nice houses there, and a really gay community, a real popular. We spoke with one of the men there that helped organize all the events and stuff, and they have a very active gay community in a small town called Bellevue.
Right.
And that beautiful, beautiful old houses and little coffee shops and stuff like that. The things you would want to have if you lived somewhere like, and a nice playground, and they have like house tours, they have garden tours, they have all that kind of stuff.
So we might be back there, huh?
All that kind of stuff that makes like a gay place just gayer, just happy and happy.
So Rosie saying, that's sweet. I feel like certain people forgot some kids have 2 moms, 2 dads, so that's awesome for them.
Oh, yeah. But also the kids that you could tell that were gay.
Right.
That's the ones. I mean, we're talking like what 9-year-old, 10-year-old little kids that was so obvious that I mean, they had the little, like I said, weird haircuts, and they were dressed, like in whatever, and
The
they
creative artsy haircut.
yeah,
Yeah.
and they had t-shirts on that said, pride, and they were all rainbowed up and everything. They were having a good time.
I mean,
And
this is the kind of life we could. I mean, I ran around at 7 years old, and my brother's hand-me-down shirt that was my absolute favorite shirt in the world, and would get, I don't know, some kind of pants with pockets, right? And I would run around and play this, and I felt like I was myself, but there's nobody that knew I was gay. I mean, I didn't know yet I was gay, and that's
right,
what it meant.
right.
I was able to
But
express
these
myself.
kids,
I
I
never
mean, it
wore the
was
girl
right
shirt.
out there. It was clear, and
Yeah,
or I'd say it was at least clear that they were being whoever they wanted to
right, right,
be it gay, straight, pan, whatever, you
right.
know. So I mean, it
Yeah.
was pretty nice. Thank you, Rachel.
And that's what I'm saying. I can't imagine being a kid and going to Pride like that when I was growing up.
Yes, we
It's
do
what a
take
different
pride in
world.
watching them take strides like that and being free. And that's what was so nice yesterday, Rose. It was a small pride. It was just in like a neighborhood park, but it had a lot of vendors. I was really, surprised how many vendors they had.
Hmm.
But it was just so nice to see. I mean, we're talking hundreds of kids just running around there being themselves,
Hmm.
and they were with their parents, and some of their parents were, of the community, and some of them weren't. They were just brought them
Right,
somewhere where they went and had a good
right.
time. Hey Nebo, what up?
And then I've noticed all these prides. I noticed,
Good morning, twin.
have a section set off for kid activities
Right.
too. So whether it's the neighborhood pride or the big city pride, and they've been doing that. And so going way back when, because I am over 60, I can remember when it was a big deal that they started sectioning off an area for the kids to play in.
Right.
Because
And they made
parents
it
didn't
nice.
want the kids seeing all the raunchy stuff going over in this
But
part of the park. So
these
they went
little
over to this
small
part
ones
of the
they have,
park.
there is no
Oh,
raunchy stuff
not the
at them.
little ones, no.
There's no raunchy stuff going on. There ain't nobody. I mean, there's people that are dressed things that are a little creative, but there's nothing that you wouldn't be like worried that your children would
Right.
see.
Especially they see more on TV.
Oh my God, probably
I
see
mean,
more
even
than
the
go
raunchy.
the pool. Going to the
Even
pool.
yeah. I mean, even the raunchy stuff at gay pride celebrations now, they see more on TV than they see even at our gay prides
So then we
anymore.
got to switch it over to the next one we went to.
Yeah.
So go ahead.
Okay. So that was Hazelwood. Hazelwood is another neighborhood of Pittsburgh, and um, and it was always known as like don't go into Hazelwood kind of thing, right?
Yes, a
They
little
are
bit
turning
scary
over, yeah, a little bit
and
scary and
depressed
stuff, and
and
81 to go, and I'm
poor,
thinking
a
I can't
poor
imagine,
neighborhood. Just
right? And I'm thinking, yeah, a poor neighborhood, but it wasn't just that it's poor, but it was always considered not
dangerous.
safe, yeah.
Warning, warning.
But and then 81 to go, and I thought, oh, okay, we'll go. I can't imagine what would be in Hazelwood for Pride, right? Look at my hat. I'm wearing it because Hazelwood is an up and coming neighborhood. They are turning it around, and they had Pride. We were they held the Pride at the Hazelwood Brewery Company. They have a gay owned company. I've got his card here trying to read. It's called New France Brewing Company. The brewery had three different companies in there. One of
Yeah,
them is
they.
gay owned. Drag queens were out there. All the rainbow stuff was out there. And we met the person who organized it.
So
And
wait.
yeah,
Not only that, you go in this place. It's beautiful.
yeah,
I mean, it's
yeah.
a huge old like factory building, but it's all just beautiful in there. And then it had an elevator going up to like we went up to like second or third floor or something like that. And there was all these people sitting at nice tables and stuff having drinks, and like they had a couple different bars in there that were all serving like beers because
Uh-huh.
it's a brewery,
Uh-huh.
So it was really cool and
Yeah.
everything. And they had some vendors there. So when
Right.
you met the vendors, I was just sort of
Yeah.
wandering around.
Yeah. Well, okay. So yeah, we a few things to talk about. So one, I did go to the coffee vendor, and that's what we're drinking today is premium coffee, and this is the medium roast. Medium roast for Edie is I think it's perfect. Edie would like a little more kick in her coffee, but this medium roast, okay, it's called Premium Coffee. Is the company.
I think
This
it tastes really good. It's very
Oh yeah,
good.
it's good. It tastes good. I want to tell you, okay, single origin from Mexico, chocolate cinnamon graham cracker.
Mm.
So we got a bunch of other ones. I'm just saying this is the medium. We're going to be trying some other ones from medium dark to dark roast to espresso. We got them all. So
Yeah.
we're going to be doing
Because by the
different
time we
coffee.
finished telling the lady that we had like 84,000 followers and everything, she said, "Here, take a free sample." So this other thing she gave us was a sample of some other coffees. So we'll be buying them. Her name was
Yeah.
Teresa Hunt, right?
Yep. Teresa Hunt. She's the
So we
sales and
told
service
her
rep.
we would give her a
Right.
shout out, Teresa Hunt.
Hey,
Hey,
Teresa.
Teresa, thank you for the coffee. And it's pretty darn
It's good.
good.
It's really good coffee. I enjoyed it. I mean,
So,
I brewed it and I smelled it and it's like, mm.
and I told Teresa, I said, I drink a lot of coffee. You know, I drink coffee all day long. And she's like, this is the kind of coffee you will enjoy all day long. It's like, okay, Teresa, we'll see.
Yeah. So Edie met a woman who organized the Pride at Hazelwood, and Edie asked, do you have a lot of gay people in the neighborhood? And she said, well, we don't know, and that's what we're hoping that they'll come out to Pride and we'll know because we want to let everyone know this is a safe neighborhood to live in. And so this is their first year, and tonight they're gonna have a foam party.
Yes.
Yes, and so if we can keep up our energy today,
What time is the phone
it's
party?
5:30.
Yeah, see that because that other Pride starts at 4.
Yeah.
So I guess that would give us time to go the other one, say hi and everything, get some pizza, and then head on off
Uh-huh.
to the phone party if we're feeling it. But I'm
Right.
tired. I'm tired right
Yeah.
now.
Because we hit Brazil's in the house. Hey, we hit three small prides
Let's
yesterday.
see.
No, 3 neighborhood
It's
prides
so
yesterday.
cute when you touch your wife's face.
No.
I
Oh,
didn't know. Did you touch
you
my
mind?
face? Or
I
did
don't know.
I
I
touch
thought
yours?
you touched. Mm.
Like that?
So yeah, there was 3 prides we have on our list today, and just don't know if we've got the energy to hit them all because we're talking about hitting them all in 86-degree weather with 120,000% humidity.
Yes. Yes. You guys are so sweet. I hope my husband and I end up like you.
And
I
thank you
hope
for the
you do
gift.
too. Yes, thank you very much for the gifts.
We give each other kisses when we get a gift. That's what
Yeah,
that's coming from.
yeah, we do. And along
And
with the fact that we really appreciate the gifts because it all goes into an account. TikTok sends it to us, and it's not very much, but it's enough to go ahead and get maybe a couple pizzas. So we appreciate it.
we have Team Yes is here. So Team Yes is in Ashland, Kentucky. No, not Ashland, but it's in
I think that's not a
Graceland, Kentucky, because he's responding to the other person from Ashland. So like
okay.
we can meet each other. There are gay people in Kentucky or allies.
That's nice.
I
don't
have a
know.
question.
Yeah. How long we've been together? We've been together 11 years, and we've been married almost 4.
And Nicole is
Hey,
in the
Nicole.
UK.
What's your question?
So my question is, for the women who are lesbian, how easy or difficult is it for you to say I'm a lesbian instead of saying I'm gay?
I think it's easier to say I'm gay. What about you guys? I mean, lesbian just has such a should I say, if something happens and I say something that TikTok puts us in TikTok jail, you'll find us over on Edie and Judy Rainbow Grannies on YouTube. So just all you have to do is click on my profile and make
Right.
sure you're following us over there because when I finish talking about this, TikTok, you got
You
on the
might put us
nose.
in jail,
Right.
TikTok jail.
So I think it's a lot easier to say, I'm gay than to say I'm lesbian because something about when you say lesbian, this is just me,
Mm-hmm.
you know,
I am
when
from the
you
Isle of
say
Lesbos.
when you say lesbian, it just seems like it has such a sexual connotation,
Mm-hmm.
Opposed to just an identity.
Yeah, maybe that's what it is. Because like, it used to be a lot of guys would say I'm a homosexual until we came up with I'm gay. Because people don't say I'm a heterosexual. They say meet my wife, meet my husband, or whatever, right? They don't have to announce, and
So
so they just
Bruce thinks that
right.
I just think that it's sort of when you say I'm gay, it's more of like when you're all together instead of separating.
Mm-hmm.
So I understand that too. It does put us in a clump, because boy, I tell you, if you try to run down through the LGBT 3, 4, 5, 6, QC
Alphabet.
alphabet, it could be tricky.
Yeah. Now the reason that we started separating this out because people would just use gay as a catch-all, but what it meant was male. And that meant for people saying the gay, but it also meant
Right.
for any kind of political rights that
But
we
see,
were
that's
getting.
what they've been doing now with queer.
Yeah.
They're taking the lesbian out of being gay by saying queer. So people
Yeah.
that identify as queer, they're just identifying as part of the community.
Uh-huh. Uh-huh.
So what
So
what I've seen where some lesbians are kind of upset about that is because they feel like they fought
being
so much
erased.
to have right. They fought so much to have the title of being a lesbian.
Uh-huh.
So now it's just queer. So that means you're just like everybody else.
Mhm. Yeah. Or being erased again or something. It's
Yes.
kind of like um see, I wonder with lesbian, I don't know, maybe it had the connotation about being, the sexual connotation because the word has nothing about it.
No.
I think it's just the stigma of being a woman who had a sexuality to her at all. And so then to say I'm a lesbian, it's like you're not thinking about, oh, I love women. You're thinking about, ooh, what's she doing with them? Yeah.
Nothing.
Yeah.
Not riding around looking for ice cream.
And I wonder because for me to say I'm a lesbian, it feels like when I don't say it, if I just say I'm gay, it feels like I'm ashamed of being a gay woman.
Yeah.
Because
But
I
you
like,
don't,
why
I
not
don't
just say
think you
lesbian?
say it that often though. I mean, I guess there's no real need to,
No.
to just announce, hey, I'm a
I'm gay.
lesbian. Oh,
I'm a lesbian. I'm gay.
lesbian.
Hey, I'm queer. See,
Hey, I
now,
think you have to say it with a deep voice. Hi, I'm a lesbian.
that's what people are, huh? So let's see. You two are fabulous. You're not just like everybody else. Oh, thank you, Bruce. That's very true. I agree with you on that. What was that?
Mhm.
Okay. So we've seen the
It
comments
says,
in here.
why put labels on anyone? Just love each other. Let's see. I was on a fishing trip this weekend, and some man was coming on to me, and when I said I was gay. Okay, so
I think it's continuing. And when I said I was gay, must be more to it. So, and Kelly from Michigan said, I normally say gay, but actually, when I introduce my wife, it should be very clear. Yeah. Yeah.
right. So Kelly, is there any reason you feel you say gay instead of just saying I'm a lesbian? So, because we're just kind of curious about that, because I do think that people have problems, saying the word.
Mm-hmm.
And I do think it's because of the sexual connotations that have to do with being a lesbian,
Uh-huh.
So I
And
think it's the same as when you would be a homosexual male, when they say they're homosexual, it brings into the mind of what, homosexual males do in the privacy of their private
right.
business.
Okay, so Nicola is continuing the story. Then he was like, oh dear, you're one of them and would not talk to me anymore. He's lost.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
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 Say, good thing you are one of them, because you could have got hooked up with that kind of attitude.
Right. And the thing
Boy,
is,
that would have sucked.
make me wonder even, for guys who constantly, he might be someone who's constantly attracted to gay women and now he's got to question himself.
I used to be attracted to gay men.
Right.
I mean, it was like every one of them I was dating there for a while was gay men.
Mm-hmm.
And I think part of it was you didn't have to have relations with them, because you just hung out. You had a nice time. You could dress up and go to a dance together and have a nice time.
We're talking about being closeted, right? Like when we were all younger, we were closeted to one another. How many women and men, gay folks hooked up? Well, not hooked up, but went out together, girlfriend and boyfriend, because there's something familiar. You're comfortable with each other, but you just couldn't put your finger on what it was.
Right. So thank you, Rachel. Good morning, Dark Rose. How you doing? Let's see. Unfortunately, our sexuality is front and center in the world, and it's so secondary. Yes, Queen Nova. So Queen Nova just woke up, and she's like out there too. She said, hey, I'm over here. I got something to say. Thank you very much, Queen Nova, for speaking up. Can you get somebody else out there speaking up for us? Let's see. Woke up when is our newest follower. Thank you very much. Say something else to us. Say hey. Let's see. I've
I've
done.
done.
Go ahead.
Oh, I've done that, and it's a great laugh. I think dating somebody who's gay when you're supposed to be
All
when
the
you think you're
time.
dating straight.
All the time. I had
Yeah.
some of the nicest times with my gay friend man that I didn't know was gay, and he didn't know I was gay, and and it was nice. I mean, we just had a good time and didn't have to go farther.
Right. You just have a play date.
Yeah, we went
Someone
out
to
to
go to
dinner.
dances with.
Yeah, out to dinner.
Hmm. And see.
Let's see.
Okay,
I
I'm
don't
just trying to
care
read
that
the
you
comments.
are. Oh, Anna, I'm sure you don't care. That's why you're here, hanging out with us.
That's right.
Thank you.
Hmm.
So, Anna, go ahead and send us a gift. We like them too.
Yeah. Thank you for the gift.
Thank you, Anna. Send us more. Oh,
Let's see.
shoot.
Hey, everyone. So, who else is hitting the Pride today? This is the last weekend of
This is
Pride
it.
Month. Who's
Well,
hitting Pride?
but we do have, I think next month, Black Pride's
Yes, we
happening.
do.
So
Yes,
we'll be
we do.
going out to that, you know.
Yeah.
Uh, I know.
And
I
I
mean,
like Black Pride in Pittsburgh. It's really nice because they got a stage set up and then they always have some kind of competition or dance stuff for the kids to do on stage. It's like
uh,
very family oriented,
they're going
really
to
nice.
karaoke. I used to go to karaoke too until I sobered up and realized I couldn't sing. You know,
But I bet you could still lead the crowd to sing with you.
I used to have a really good time, man. I'm telling you, everybody's like, yeah, yeah. It's like, now it's like, wait a minute,
Yeah,
I can't sing.
but you would sing Gladys because then the whole
Yeah.
audience knew how to sing the Pips.
You know what's amazing too is that I used to do Gladys Knight and the Pips. That was my go-to karaoke song, and I'd get about halfway through the song and couldn't remember the words every time, and it was always my song.
How hard was it to come out when you guys were younger?
Well, I tell you, I didn't come out till I was probably in my late 40s or something like that. So, but the problem was, I knew I was gay since I was probably about 7 years old at the most, or at the
Mhm.
earliest. I mean, I don't know. So I fought it my whole entire life, just trying to be straight, doing everything that straight people tried to do.
Yeah. So for me, I came out in my 20s, and I mean, what was hard about it? I didn't tell my family. I came out and met new friends. Didn't tell my old friends. Just kind of put all that life behind me and made new friends and went to the bars to dance and I was a writer and I was with queer writing group and all this stuff. I completely immersed myself into the gay community, and that was great. But in the outside world, it was very hard. I didn't come out at work because I could risk losing my job. Didn't come out to my parents. I was in college and they were paying for my college education, so I didn't want to risk losing that. Right. And so it was living a double life.
Right. And I didn't come out because I didn't want my family to hate me. And I
Hmm.
was so afraid that they were going to end up hating me. So then it came down to the time when I finally realized, um, it didn't much matter. You know, I mean, my mother had passed, my father had passed. So I mean, even though my mother was alive long while I had a girlfriend, it's just that I never looked at her officially and said, you know,
Yeah.
this is my girlfriend, but she knew. I mean, I remember one time she came in the house and me and my girlfriend were upstairs, and it was like I had taken a day off work, one of them
Hmm.
they
Hmm.
call in sick days. And me and my girlfriend are upstairs, and my mom used to stop over at my house and do some cleaning, throw a little laundry in it, whatever. So we're upstairs in the house, and all of a sudden I hear, "Hello, hello," and I'm gonna tell you, my heart dropped right out the bottom of my whatever. It was like, oh my God, mom is here. And I mean, I was probably 40 something then at least.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
my girlfriend jumps up and runs to the bathroom.
Like a
Like
teenager
there's, yeah,
sneaking in your parents'
like,
house.
I mean, like there's an exit. Like she gonna leap right out the
Right.
bath, like she
I was
gonna
gonna go out
leap
the
right out
bathroom
the
window.
bathroom window. It was none. There was no bathroom window. She just went in there, shut the door, and hid.
So here, Nika is saying, I'm in my 40s and I'm ready to live my truth. And Diane saying, I guess thank you for paving the way. Right. So it's some so it's funny to think about, well, how hard was it, or what was it like coming out then? I mean, every time I came out to somebody, I felt like all the blood drained out of my body. The anxiety attack was just incredible every time I was going to tell somebody
Right.
that I was gay. I remember that, and it's an awful feeling.
Oh yeah. But then
Awful
once
feeling.
it's done, and that's what
Mhm.
going to like places like Pride and stuff is so nice
Yeah.
because you get the opportunity to be around all those other people that are just like you,
Right.
you know.
Right.
And when you can walk around and hold hands and sit there on the bench and hold hands and watch other people, and when you see the children that are all dressed up in their little rainbow clothes having themselves a good time, it's just such a nice time to be in a place where you know
Yeah.
it
Everything's
yeah,
okay. We can
everything's
be who we
okay and you're
are.
comfortable and you be who you
And
are.
but what I have to say is, well, coming out was difficult. I mean, the gay life was just so much fun. We would, we'd be at the bars and we'd be drinking and dancing and have our dinners, and we would have our pride festivals, and we would
Here,
have
wait,
our
wait.
bookstores,
I never feared
all
the
this stuff.
beating, if that's what you're talking about. No, I feared just to disappoint my mother
Yeah,
and to hurt them.
yeah.
That's what it was. There was no physical abuse or anything like that was involved. Just
Yeah.
so I want to
Not for
clear
my family either.
right. There was never any of that kind of stuff. It was just worrying about feeling, you know.
But we know that it still goes on now, of youth being kicked out of their houses or getting beat up by their parents or by one of their parents. We still know, I mean, when I was in my 20s, there was a place in Pittsburgh called Whale's Tail, and it was for homeless kids. Most of them were kids who were gay, whose parents kicked them out of the house.
Thank you very much, Blessings. Yes, definitely. Make sure you're tapping the screen. There's only 9,000 likes right now. If every person that's in here right now taps the screen, it'll shoot it out. So tap the screen, and that brings it up to let's bring it up to at least an easy 15,000. That wouldn't be no problem at all. And then also it'll make confetti shoot out of your screen, and it's a lot
That's
of fun.
right.
Let's see.
That's right.
Thank you,
Other
Chris Cooley.
questions.
Yes.
Other
Oh, I
questions. I
thought you
like
had something.
no, no, no. I like questions.
Yes, thank you very much, Desiree. So you found us on your what is that? The For You page. That's cool. So we're out there happening this morning, huh?
Kelly from
Brenda
Michigan.
Brown,
I'm
thank
sorry I'm
you.
off the
Go
screen
ahead.
here, but I got to read it. Kelly from Michigan said, I'm 58 years old and my mother lives with us now. I've always had a problem kissing my wife in front of her, but now that she's here, she's had to get used to it. My house, my rules. That's
Right.
great.
Well, you know what, too,
And
Kelly, though? I think even when you're in a straight relationship and it's like a husband and wife, I think it would still feel awkward to kiss your partner in front of your parents anyway. I mean, I think so. I mean, I was married to a man before and we never kissed in front of my parents, you know? It was just
yeah.
not, I mean, maybe bye
Well,
or
that's what I
something.
mean. Even kissing hello and goodbye. I mean, I think you got uncomfortable if you visited me while I was visiting my parents, and then you left, and I would go give you a hug and kiss goodbye. And
Yeah.
I think you got shy about that. And
Heck
it's
yeah.
like,
Well, and it
I did.
wasn't just because we're gay. It's just because that thing of showing affection with anyone out there.
Yeah, but it's
You know
just,
what? I was not raised with a lot of affection like that. So when
yeah.
my mother finally got sick, not finally got sick. I don't mean to say it like that, but when my mother got sick, that was when we finally got to the point where we would actually say,
Yeah.
love you," when we got ready to leave or hang up on
Hmm.
the telephone because we never said it.
Right.
We never
Wow.
hugged goodbye. We never said, I remember when my grandma from my dad's side came to visit us and she wanted a hug. And I was just kind of like, what? Because I wasn't raised with one,
uh,
So that's another
yeah.
thing where it feels awkward to me.
Hmm.
So I'm glad that with my children, I've tried to break that cycle and make sure I say, love you every time I talk to them on the telephone and every time I leave them to give them big hugs.
Yeah. Yeah. I grew up differently, but this is mostly my mom's side of the family. My mom and her aunt, who were all big huggers. Her
Morning, St.
brothers, who
Louis.
were all big huggers. So, and I
Raven
indulged
said,
in
I'm
that.
blessed and my parents accepted it. Just married my wife this last Saturday.
Ooh,
Congratulations, Raven.
congratulations!
Let's see.
And then,
Desiree says,
oh, I'm looking up here. Somebody said I had two moms.
That
So
was
you got
Desiree.
to grow up with two moms.
My son-in-law has the same. That's great.
And I
Wow.
tell my daughter that I love them so much, I aggravate them.
Yes, I understand, but you know what? One day they're going to long because you know how it is. One day they're going to long for the opportunity to hear you say it one more time. So
Mm-hmm.
you just say it and then they'll get over it. Whatever.
My
I
my
need coffee.
daughter, yeah, okay, I'll get them coffee first. My daughter, and I'm going to try to punch those numbers in too. My daughter even talked about still like when she would sleep over at my parents. Um, they babysit. She still remembers the whole ritual of what my mom would say to her when she kissed her goodnight, put her to bed. Good,
Yeah,
I don't know, good night, grandma loves you. I'll see you in the morning.
right. Let's see.
I'll
I'm
be right
out
back.
east for my sister's graduation. I'm trying to prepare for having to see my estranged dad. Boy, I know that can be difficult. Um, you just be pleasant, just be pleasant. Go ahead and I hate to be the one to tell you, but have yourself a shot before you get there. Take the edge off or anything. Don't take too many of them because that might ruin the day. Let's see, right? Show your love. It's healing. That's right. It is. Yeah. So I don't know how estranged your relationship is with your father, but just keep your distance then. If you get there and you're not happy and stuff, keep your distance. Just go on over to the other side. Let's see. The elders paved the way for the new marriage. I'm grateful. Queen Nova, we're grateful too because even though we're considered elders, there's more people that was before us that fought a little harder and fought a little harder. No dad for me. Yeah. So Judy's in there getting us coffee. If anybody else wants any, she'll bring you some. Thank you.
I'll be right back.
So what else is going on there? Oh, Bill fell down on the floor, so we rub his belly. Let's see. We are still fighting in Oklahoma. Do you know everywhere is fighting? Raven, is that how you spell Oklahoma? Oklahoma. Oklahoma. Looks weird to me. Hmm. This coffee's really good. Thank you. So I want to thank all of you for hanging out, coming here and joining us. So thank you. Because we like to come on here every Saturday and Sunday morning. I'm Edie.
I'm Judy,
and
together with
the
a Rainbow
We
Grannies.
come on here every Saturday and Sunday morning, most of the time.
Right.
And we're part of the LGBT plus community. We come on here and we have coffee with the Rainbow Grannies. We share whatever we can about our lives, and we give you an opportunity to share about yours. We're lucky enough to have some really nice moderators here. There we go. That looks better. So, we have some really nice moderators that come in here that keep the peace. So because sometimes there's bad people out there
there
want to
are
say mean
sometimes
stuff.
folks who are like
Closeted.
yeah,
A lot of closeted.
a lot of closeted folks who just get real mean because they trying to accept themselves. I love this, and I'm trying to get a channel similar to yours. Cool, and I want to give a shout out to St. Louis Jim too. Good morning to you.
Yeah, it's good to see you. Anybody that's in here on YouTube, would you do us a favor? Minimize the chat. Click on the thumbs up so that will share
Thank
that.
you for all the gifts. Wow.
Yeah, so that'll help with that algorithm to send it out there and let everybody know that we're on YouTube too.
Yeah, and if you're on YouTube and you didn't give a hello yet, just give a hello so we can give you a shout out.
Yeah. So I see that Galaxy Goddesses from Texas and Chanel says my curls is popping. Thank you very much. I put a little gel on this morning.
Good morning from Boston, and somebody's here from Brooklyn, and
you two are amazing. Let's see. Whoa. You two are amazing. Love seeing you being your authentic you. Let's see, the cutest happy pride. Well, you know what? Last night when we attended 3 prides, was it 3 or 4? Three prides in one day. I mean, we didn't hit them for long, and they were nice little neighborhood ones. But it was nice, And if you're not doing nothing today, go look on your Facebook. See if you can see any kind of neighborhood in your area that's having any of these little prides. Get in the car, run on over there, put your pride shirt on.
That's right.
Run on over there and get yourself a piece of pizza or something.
Yeah, here Florida's in the house. Yeah, it's like, there used to not be neighborhood prides. And that's what floored me when a few years ago we discovered all these neighborhood prides. And I didn't know for how long have they been going on. And I got real curious and started talking with people who organize them, like, what makes you decide to organize this? And they said, well, it's pride. Sometimes it's just a duh answer, and sometimes it's just we want everybody living in our neighborhood to know that it's a safe neighborhood. Hey, and another reason I'm giving a shout out to Hazelwood for having their first pride this year, because in this season of leadership in the U.S. who's trying to get everybody to hate, they are pushing back and telling them, no, 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 no.
Come on
We're
down
not,
here.
yeah. First of all, Hazelwood's saying we're not scared of you.
Right.
And the other thing Hazelwood is saying, Hazelwood is an up and coming neighborhood, and everybody who lives here got to know that we're a safe neighborhood to live in, and we have fun because they're going to have a phone party tonight.
Yeah.
I want to go to it. I'll take a nap if I have to. I'm old.
Let's see. We need more love than hate. Yes, we
Always
do,
the case.
Brenna.
Always the case.
Let's see. Sam says, yes, happy Pride. So it's good to see you all. Thank you very much. Keep tapping on there.
Yeah,
We didn't even hit 20,000 yet. What the heck? Come on, guys. Tap that screen.
Oh, look at Dick. Chanel said, my wife survived anything. Put me on to you too. Cool.
Oh, we may survive anything. Yeah, she's really cool. Thank you very much. I'm glad she turned you on us.
Did you ever have a fight? You mean like
an argument? Oh, you should look at our YouTube channel. Right there, if you go back to our YouTube channel and watch some of those videos, you'll be able to see us having a fight right live on screen. We almost had one yesterday because somebody had the nerve to ask a question.
What do we argue about?
Yeah, like what's our biggest argument about, and it got us all going again. So as far as fighting though, we don't carry on. We don't scream and cuss and throw things and we just I'm usually if I get mad enough, I just get quiet. I don't want to talk no more because I know that if I get quiet enough, that makes her upset.
Thank you for the gift.
So I don't have to say nothing mean. I just don't say nothing.
And Tammy is here saying, where you all from? We're in Pittsburgh.
Thank you very much for the gifts. Yeah. Hey, Tammy Floyd, how you doing? Are you new to our channel here? We have a YouTube channel, Edie and Judy Rainbow Grannies, and we also have a TikTok channel, Edie and Judy Rainbow Grannies. And so every Saturday and Sunday, we get on here and have a little coffee and allow people. So right now, over on our TikTok, people write a lot of stuff, and that's what gives us motivation for all our conversation here. Let's see.
I'm the one who had the nerve to ask that question. Oh, that's Major. Major's back from yesterday.
Thanks, Major. Let's see. What's it say?
Okay, that was cute. I'll take a nap if I have to. Take a nap so I can go to the phone party tonight.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yes. You were born in McKeesport? That's nice. I you know what? I don't know if you're anywhere close to McKeesport now, but McKeesport's got an ice cream shop. Then I'm gonna tell you, I can't sleep at night because that ice cream shop has the best ice cream in the world. You ever heard of Perry's ice cream? They sell Perry's ice cream, and right now my favorite flavor is that banana cream pie. Oh my God! If I don't get done that today, life won't be worth living.
Here we go. Oh, please.
If Judy doesn't take me to get ice cream in McKeesport, then I might have to call a lawyer. Yep. That might be what it is. That could be the end of such a nice thing,
We might have hit 2 ice cream spots yesterday, and one we hit, and the line was so long, he said, no, we don't want to go there. And then the other one we were going to hit, and it started pouring down rain, really, really, really hard rain. And it's like, no, I don't want to walk in the rain to get the ice cream. But it was sad.
Yeah.
I don't think you would have been happy with either of them because you want that banana cream pie.
That's
ice
what
cream
I want.
From McKee.
But see, I thought if we went to that second one, it might sell it.
Yeah.
Because they sold this kind called Fat Elvis or something like that, and that was pretty good too. It was banana with peanut butter chunks in it and stuff. Fat Elvis ice cream. That's like, oh Lord.
Well, you remember what kind it was? I just remember the name.
Major, we had a great time. We hit 3 different prides and had a good time. We got some nice goodies here. We
Oh,
got
yeah.
we got coffee from a vendor there at the last pride we went. Her name
Right.
is
Her name is
Teresa.
Teresa Hunt, and the coffee is called Premium Coffee.
Yeah,
And this one we're drinking today is from Mexico,
called
and
Buzzer Beater.
it's
A Buzzer
got
Beater.
a flavoring of chocolate, cinnamon, and graham cracker. It's really good. I really like it.
Yeah, it is. It's
Mm.
really good. Let's see. Did you live stream? No, we didn't. No, we didn't. And I didn't think about it till last night when we got home. We ran around to those 3 different, and I never even thought about turning on live or nothing. Usually, when we go on
Yeah.
live, though, in the middle of the day like that, we're lucky if we get maybe 3, 4
Yeah.
people. You
Yeah.
know, it just.
So I want to read Tammy here saying, "No, I'm not new. You said Hazelwood, and we have a Hazelwood in St. Louis. Thought you might be real close. Darn it. No.
Oh no! But thank you, Tammy, for coming there and hanging out with us.
Oh, and
And
Survive
typing.
Anything is here too. Good
Oh,
morning.
okay. So you hanging out in YouTube and your wife's hanging out in TikTok. How's that?
How's that?
That's pretty good. Here, let me tell you what she said about you behind your back. She said, my wife, Surviving Anything, is the sexiest woman I have ever seen in my life. She said, she warms my blood when she walks into the room. That's what she said. Didn't you say that, Chanel? Didn't you say that, Chanel? See?
There we go. Because, Edie can't keep a secret.
No, I can't. No, I try, you know.
So what else is there? I mean, I don't know. It was just fun. Well, it was fun hitting all the prize yesterday, but I did have a real hard time being in that heat. I was boiled all week long when we had all this heat. I pretty much was in the house working.
Neo Chick, you know what? Ever since you changed your name, I cannot get through. If you didn't type Sawyer, I wouldn't remember who you are. Sawyer is I forget what her name was before now. But Sawyer's that cute little boy that was, he's 2 years old now, and he was just beautiful. Remember, I told her she had the prettiest baby that she should have like more,
Yeah,
because he was so
Yeah.
cute,
yeah.
and
Oh,
he's
thank you for
still
the gift.
really really cute.
I'm asking who can keep a secret in the Rainbow Grannies.
She can.
Yeah.
If you
Yeah.
if you want a secret, you tell it to her. It kills me.
And here we got Cheddar is going to marry fiance in August. Yay! Congratulations, another wedding on the way.
Thank you very much, Tammy.
What? What do you do when somebody hits on your wife? I want to tell you this. This is something that I think I don't know, I must have been going away somewhere or something. And you said, don't worry, I won't let anybody else take your spot in bed. And I just, what I said flew out of my mouth that I know there's nobody going to take my spot in the bed because I'll just punch her in the nose and throw her out the window.
Yes, she did. She said it so fast. I was punch her in the nose and throw her out the window. It's like that was so out of Judy's character. So be careful. Now, as far as hitting on somebody,
Has
I
it
don't-
happened?
I mean, Judy's the kind that you could hit on her and she wouldn't know you were hitting on her until we got home and I explained it to her and told her what all was happening. Now, me, I'm so busy talking about, I'm one of them people now. It's my wife Judy. It's my wife Judy. It's my wife Judy.
Just making sure nobody hits
So
on
I
you.
can kind of keep them at their distance and everything. I used to love, talking junk and everything, but now
Yeah.
maybe, like yesterday. Remember them ladies yesterday at the table?
Mhm.
It wasn't not one of them though I would have wanted to talk junk to,
Hmm.
and it used to be me. I used to
Yeah.
like always,
So I'm saying everybody hits on my wife because they're so fine.
I know. I mean,
Yeah.
and I used to get my share, but if you keep holding up that sign saying it's my wife Judy, it's my wife Judy, it's my wife Judy,
You don't give anybody the chance to
yeah,
hit
they
on
back
you.
up, because I don't have time for it no more. I got bad knees and had my shoulders replaced, and I am so fortunate to have come this far in my life and have someone that makes me feel this good. I'm not gonna let none of them goofy ass bitches mess up my shit. How's
So,
that?
yeah. So, what if somebody hits on you the day before
Oh,
you
I do
get
have a
here?
ring. I have a beautiful ring. It's just I took
Yeah.
it off because I'm having an MRI, and I took it off a few days early because I thought it might take me that long to get it off
Oh.
because it was snug.
And Edie finally told me about it because she's waiting to see if I even noticed. And she's like, I
Let's
know
see.
she's married to me.
Or
I
you
know I'm
can
married to
hold
her.
a necklace that says I'm taken. No, I don't need that. I don't need any of that. Really. I mean, I'm okay. I don't want you to think that
Yeah,
I'm like
but I was
insecure or
thinking
crazy.
maybe the night before your knee surgery,
Hmm.
maybe we could go somewhere and you can let someone hit on you and then you can invite them to come over after your surgery to take care of you.
No, because you do such a good job at taking care of me. I would dare ask anybody else. Hey, Bree, how you doing? It's good to see you. And Roger Bell, thank you very much for being the newest follower. Can you do me a favor, everybody that's in here? For one, I always need you to tap, tap, tap the screen. But I also need you that if you're not following, to please follow now. If you follow now, I'll make sure I read your name off and give you a shout out so we can help pull those numbers up as far as like our followers. So if you want to hear your name, Charlie, that's the way to do it. Hey, thank you very much, Charlie, for being the newest follower. Let's see. Oh, the Rainbow Grannies are always a day brighter. Thank you very much. I see Sparkle Sassy. Thank you very much for being a new follower. I appreciate it. Yeah, I just trying to shout things out so that,
Good
we can help
morning to
build them
Lacey.
numbers.
I hope you have an awesome day.
Yes, we will. It's going to be good. Let's see. Always Rachel followed. Always Rachel, thank you very much for being a new follower. You know, I saw always Rachel's behind, and
Mhm.
I decided I was gonna start following her. Yeah. Hey Ria, thank you
Mm.
very much for being a new follower.
Oh, we got Sheep Shy saying, love you guys. We got, I can't pronounce the name saying happy pride. Partly I can't pronounce the name because I can't see
Sis
you
Blacks.
from this
I
far.
think it's Sis Blacks. I don't know what that
Okay.
is.
And Brenda saying, have a blessed day, Rainbow Grannies. See you guys next live stream. Okay, we'll
Okay.
see you,
Thank
Brenna
you for coming
Brown.
hanging out with us. Don't forget we're over there on YouTube too. Edie and Judy Rainbow Grannies.
Hey, thank you all still for the gifts. I
Thank
just get
you, Sis
kisses because
Blacks.
we get gifts.
Yeah,
And we
well,
did we did have a pizza day the other day. Last week was it? And we either got us real nice
yep.
pizza. Always picked out real nice
Yep, I
pizza for
used
her.
our TikTok money and bought us Domino's pizza.
That's right.
Yeah, we
Eh,
like the one with the real thin crust and the
mhm.
whole veggies. I think it's called a veggie. Here we go. I'm getting ready to
I
start
know
talking
we're talking
about
about
food.
food again.
Yeah, so I think it's
Yeah.
veggie paradise or something like that, but I love it.
While you're getting more new followers to shout out, I'll tell them and we talk about food. What I made
Okay.
yesterday, I made this rice and bean dish, but it wasn't just rice and beans. I picked all these wonderful fresh vegetables from the garden Edie's making over here.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and so there was bok choy in it, and mustard greens, and kale, and collard greens, all mixed in, and then all these great spices. So anybody use a spice chervil? I'm not sure how to pronounce it. It is such a flavorful. It what a power punch it gives. Yeah, it was delicious. You
It
know,
was.
it's
It was really delicious because sometimes I kind of avoid some of the stuff she makes because
mhm.
it's like so vegetarian. It's like, But when she bought that in there and showed it to me, and it had the greens mixed in with the rice and two different kinds of beans, I said,
Right.
"Yeah, I'll take some." It was good. I shot a picture and sent it to my sister so she could. Hey, is our newest follower. Woohoo! Yep. And sent it to my
Yeah,
spit sister so she would know how good it is. She decided she's going to make it. She's a caterer. She's going to make something similar to that.
right. So yeah, it was really complimentary. I was really happy to hear that because um, I just want to say anybody who's thinking about gardening, to do vegetables and herbs, do it. because it is
It really
so
does
good.
taste different.
So
It
tasty.
really
Yes,
does.
it
You,
does.
I mean, you
It
wouldn't,
really does.
you think that, yeah, kale's kale or whatever. I mean, when you can pluck it, here. Let's see.
And yeah, we can see it.
Yes.
Yep.
When you can pluck it right there from your
own garden.
right here in your dining room.
I mean, this is an indoor garden Edie's growing. It's gardening with a Wyatt, Gardyn.
Yeah.
Really, really great. I mean, you got to do things to maintain it, but Edie's got it automated so it waters at the appropriate time. I mean, she's got to do a lot of stuff with it, but you're not out there pulling weed. You're not out there trying to keep the bugs away.
No.
You're not out there keeping the critters away. So you can really just cultivate a garden, and I love going in there every evening. I go in and pluck off some lettuce for my salad.
Yes, she has a fresh salad every day.
Edie bought some strawberries from the store because the strawberry here produces one or two at a time. It's still taking a while for it's got to grow.
And
But
I have
I
to
plucked
learn.
off a strawberry from there, again, full flavor, just incredible. So anybody who's thinking about it, I really encourage you to do it.
Yep, it's pretty nice. Let's see. Oh, good morning, lovelies. Hey, Meredith, how you doing? Thank you. Let's see. So it's 9:00.
Hey, it's
We're
9
gonna
o'clock
stay,
already.
We're gonna stay on here for a while, or are we done?
Yeah, y'all let us know. You have things you want to tell us about what's going on in your life? Or got questions from us?
Kelly says, my 8-year-old said hi. He thinks you look nice.
He thinks you two look like, hey.
Oh, isn't that sweet?
Yes, it is. I like being 8 years old. I liked 8 years old. That was a fun year. Yes, it was.
What'd you do? I skinned my knee and it still hurts.
No, I skinned my knees when I was 7 years old.
Oh,
when I was 8 years old, I didn't skin my knees anymore. No, but when I was 8 years old, I used to match my clothes. So I had red pair of pants with a red shirt, but they had totally different prints on them. But I didn't know that didn't meant they didn't match. They were both red.
Anyway, Chris asked, what was our favorite part about Pride yesterday?
Favorite. Well, it's a favorite part that each one went to.
I really liked the food at the first one.
Yeah. The food at the first one was good, and people they're so nice who work over at your lane is so nice.
They're very nice. The people that work there,
and
there's one girl there. Remember Ashley? I have teased Ashley before.
Yeah.
Ashley looks like a 30-year younger version of me.
Mm-hmm.
That's what I think. Ashley looks more like me than my daughter looks like me. I think one day me and Ashley and I should take and put on the same T-shirts and maybe the same hats or something and just do one of those. Because that guy was doing it. He said where one of you walk out the door and the other one walk in, this is 30 years, I aged like that.
Yeah.
So I think she's shorter than me though.
Yeah. Well, you grew when you got older.
No, it won't be long. I'll be the same height as her.
You'll be her same height.
Yeah, so that was good at the first one. Mm-hmm. What was the next one? What was our favorite?
And the second one was the Bellevue one. So that was out in the park, a very nice park. And the first woman we talked with, now I can't even remember, we got some free stuff from her.
Oh, wait a minute.
Yeah.
When we got to the Bellevue one, it was nice because there was one of our followers from here that came up to us and she was just like, I'm glad you made it. I'm glad you made it to, Bellevue.
Because she told us the week before about Pride being at Bellevue.
And I told her if she happened to come on this morning to make sure she typed to us and said she was here so that, we'll be able to say hi.
That was really nice. And then Hazelwood was just cool all the way around because they're doing. Hazelwood was also nice because it was at the brewery, so you could go inside and escape the heat, and there were vendors inside and outside.
Nice bathrooms too, really nice. Really nice bathrooms, right?
And there was just excitement. I was just so excited because
welcoming, very welcoming, because that not only had a pride going on, there was a serious gay or straight community. Something wrong with the cat. There was a serious straight community that was there too. That was their, hangout spot.
Right.
So when we walked in there was no crap from any of them. It was just a good time.
Right. So we're being distracted by our cats here because they're
yeah,
chasing something, a bug.
no play in the bathroom. I know. It was nice. It was clean. It was nice, and that's all I asked for. Let's see. What made you want to start TikTok? Well, I'll tell you, we got started probably
Yeah.
about 5 years ago, and
During the shutdown.
yeah, it was during the shutdown, and I was sitting there flipping through my phone, hadn't heard nothing about TikTok. All of a sudden, I started watching all them little videos, and I showed it to Judy. I'm like, Judy, look at this, look at this. And so next thing you know, we started making a couple of them little videos and stuff, and then after we built it up, because you had to have 1,000. I don't know how it is now, but you had to have 1,000 followers before you could go live. As soon as we got our 1,000 followers, then we decided to try to do a live. And our first live was probably we were playing ping pong at the ping pong table. We set the camera up because we didn't know, we just weren't sure what to do.
I can't see the bug the cat can see, but the cat can
Here,
see
let
a
me
bug.
look and see. Do you watch your camera?
Yeah. There he is. Yeah. So anyway, he's not allowed on top of the buffet, but he's on a mission because bugs aren't allowed in the house. Wow, what a nice picture. I know I should show on YouTube because they don't know what we're seeing on TikTok. Let's try it. Ew. There we go. There are the cats. The one up on the top of the buffet is chasing some kind of bug, but it's so tiny we can't even see what the bug is. But he's determined to get it. Okay. So that's why we keep being distracted.
Yeah, these like little gnats.
It must be a gnat. So Kelly's saying he's giving you a look like, I dare you to get me off.
He did finally move over and he got on the tree, but he's still sitting up there. They're cute. So we did that TikTok and we just started really enjoying it, and and then we realized so many people enjoyed seeing us.
Yeah, and something that happened that year, the pandemic too, then I started doing, opened up my own TikTok page, and my page was more of just reading poetry and looking at, and showing different books for, queer books and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
But I noticed when I was doing the gay poetry on there, a lot of my biggest followers were queer teenagers. And I thought, of course, they're stuck at home and they're gay and they're so isolated. So then I was putting a lot more positive gay stuff on there because of that. And realized not just the great gay youth, but everybody's gay. Everybody's isolated. But if you're gay and isolated, you're normally in a house with people who aren't gay.
Hey, banana, senior banana lady.
So I just wanted to be, upbeat.
Thank you very much, Major, for loving our content. Let's see.
If you have gnats, put out basil leaves.
Well, we got a big thing of basil growing there. So, I mean, they're the gnats. They're not the ordinary gnats neither. They're not the little tiny ones that are like fruit flies.
I think they're the no-see-ums.
Yeah, these ones are so tiny that it's just like a little speck every once in a while you'll see. And it's probably from growing all those plants here in the house,
Yeah.
And water, all the water.
Oh, maybe.
Anyway.
But I'm still thinking, I don't think it's from the garden. If anything, it might be from the plants that are planted in soil.
Oh my God, Desiree. I don't have a friend kissing me on my mouth. I don't, I would not. I would probably push them down and stomp on their belly and say, "What's wrong with you?"
I guess if you grew up where, doing hugs and stuff wasn't real common, I guess it would really wonder why the friend kissing me on the mouth.
Do they do that?
Friends kiss on the mouth all the time.
No way. You have friends kiss you on your mouth?
For the longest time.
Ew.
Always. It's just that since we get sick faster from flus and COVID and stuff, I've kind of,
Well, Senior Banana is my friend, and I see her at the senior thing, and we never lock lips.
Well, new friend, probably not. Maybe these are friends I've had since I was in my 20s. Maybe that's different. Maybe
I don't think we should.
the closeness of the friend and how many years
Ew.
we've had. Well, yeah, you and Georgia would never get in the mouth.
No. Okay, she's saying she's a Jewish lady. I don't know. I don't think that. I just don't let it happen. Look, even Chris is saying no way.
Yeah, when I was
Never.
growing up, all my aunts used to kiss us on the lips. Well, and maybe that was the other thing too,
Oh
because my
God.
grandma did that, and my mom hated that because you get sick.
I just,
My mom
I
was
just
very much
don't
into
want
public health.
nobody to kiss me. That's an
I'm
interesting
from
thing.
Georgia. We kissed.
Yeah, right on the lips, huh? That's what I'm saying. No way. Let's see.
Didn't mean nothing.
But it doesn't have to mean nothing. I just don't want you to do it. It to me it just feels like you're just like in my space. You know how like everybody has that space around their body and like
Yeah,
you only allow certain people in it and even if you're
yeah.
like giving somebody a hug, it's only for a minute. If you hold on to them for too long, it gets weird. You know what I mean? Don't you think?
Yeah, but it's funny. I mean, when I was in my 20s and growing up in my 20s and 30s, I guess most of my friends and I would kiss each other on the lips when we greeted each other and said goodbye.
Ew. Oh my god. I'm glad I never saw that.
I wonder if some of it had to do with like
What?
if some of it had to do with growing up gay in a world that we
Ew.
couldn't be gay in, and so we're out at the bars and
And
we
so you
see
just
each
kiss each
other,
other in
and
the mouth.
it's like yeah, who is more affectionate? You mean between
Evidently
Edie and me?
her. Evidently her. Because I don't want all that.
My wife hates hugs only by me, a very close friend.
That's it. I can handle a hug, you know. Right. Personal space is sacred. Yes.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
love hugs. I'm very big on hugs.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Well, we can
hugging
do that this
friends. I'm very
afternoon, I
big on
guess.
hugs. Huh?
We can do that this afternoon, I guess. I'll just sit there and just hug you.
For me, I mean, the last 5 years is what's been hard because of COVID. I don't even want to do handshakes. I still want to do bump elbows.
I about shit yesterday. Somebody stuck their hand out to shake my hand. Did you remember
Hmm.
that lady did it? And as soon as she stuck her hand out, you can't. Do you? I mean, I just felt like I didn't want to shake her hand. I was eating my lunch too, and I just didn't want to shake her hand. But I felt like if I said to her, "I don't want to shake your hand," that would be like rude, and like she might be like hurt
Yeah.
her feelings.
So
What
these
do you
are,
think?
yeah, I think so. I mean, that gets awkward for me. And then, and then every once in a while, like, if I'm going someplace with a lot of people, people want to shake hands when they meet. I start doing elbow bump. But then there'll be somebody else who like, I'll end up shaking hands with them. And then I think, oh, now the people I did elbow bumps are going to think, well, what's wrong? Why could I shake that person's hand, not their hand? It's like, come on, folks. We just lived
See,
through a
Royce is saying I
pandemic.
should have
Elbow
said it
bumps are good.
because I'm eating. I know, but I didn't want. I never met her before, and I didn't
Mhm.
shake anybody else's hand. She didn't even shake your hand, huh? She just reached out and gave me whatever kind of germ she had. She probably
Well,
knew I'd share it with you.
maybe we.
she didn't have to go right for you. She got you through me.
And that's the main thing. Like even when we're out at the Pride festivals, I know I'm going to be eating, and there's no bathroom to run to wash my hands. I wash my hands before I get there because I'm all ready to eat,
Well, we had
and
hand
everybody wants to
sanitizer,
shake
but
hands.
yeah, they. I don't know why she did that because she was probably about the only nice old lady that was there. There was some mean old ladies sitting there yesterday. I even said, "What are we at the mean old lady table?" I mean, good lord, that woman was
Mhm.
mean.
Yeah, and I used to have hand sanitizer on me all the time, but now I've gotten
Well,
lax
my other
about
bag,
it.
I changed my backpack and had a different bag because I have it in that one. Let's see, I'm still friends with her, and she's 80 or 78. I can't. I must have. You
Missed
still friends?
something.
I must have missed something.
Mhm. So what do you do? What do you? I mean, are there folks who are queasy about handshakes like I am since the pandemic? I mean, before the pandemic, I wasn't worried about it. I got mine hooked to a big hook and they put it on my belt loop. Oh, in my jeans.
Okay,
Yeah,
wait,
I used
wait.
to have
I
that.
forwarded in the Capitol and on time a funeral. I don't know. I mean, I had to read it because I am guilty of like I use the bathroom in the what was that where we went, the Queen,
You know,
Buckingham
pounds,
Palace.
yeah.
Buckingham Palace. I used the bathroom in Buckingham Palace and I took selfies while I was sitting on the toilet in Buckingham Palace and sent them to my daughter so that she could see me using the toilet at Buckingham Palace. We were on a plane delay in what was that, Iceland, and I used the
Mhm.
bathroom in Iceland and took a selfie and sent that to my daughter, me using the bathroom in Iceland. So I know that it's possible.
Yeah. Major said that I still wear my mask. Yeah, sometimes I will. Well, I'll wear a mask a lot a couple of weeks before I go work at a conference that my job does because I don't want to risk getting COVID before the conference. So I get real picky about it. And
Right. I mean,
yeah,
I just
absolutely. I'm
didn't.
a teacher, and when the kids want a high five, I ask for a fist bump. Yeah, I do fist bumps and elbows. Fist bumps and elbows.
Yeah. Yeah,
Yeah.
but I didn't know what to do with the lady yesterday.
Hmm.
What do you think? Should I just looked at her and said, nah?
Well,
I would have
no,
hurt her
it's just yes.
feelings.
But can you do a fist bump or an elbow bump or something, and people will know
I
why we're
don't
not
even
shaking
want to
hands.
touch. Why do we even have to touch? You know? Why? I let her sit beside me.
And sometimes you've got to be professional or formal, but I try to avoid the handshake. Yeah, and that's like with work
And
or
that's what it
something.
felt like. It was not, it was a picnic situation. It was not professional, and if it would have been professional, I could have kind of understand the handshake thing. But it was like, why?
Just do a short wave and smile instead.
I should have just picked up my hot dog and just said,
Right. Why do you need to touch her?
right, why do you need to touch me? That's right.
You want to refer people? Go to the mom hug table over there.
This is true. This is true. If she wanted to touch somebody, go over there to the mom hug table and just hug people with her.
Hey, if anybody, if anybody think that you don't cry, that you don't need that hug and you don't cry, I have met, I mean, the people at the mom table, I couldn't do the mom table. I don't do the mom hug like they do. These women know, these moms, my God, they don't let go. They hold on to you until you cry. And they're not crying because you want them to let
They
go.
want
You're
to
crying
go.
because they're really holding on to you and pouring all that love and acceptance into you.
Yeah,
Mega, go to the mom table. Everybody should go at least once a month
I'll hug
to the
you.
mom hug table.
It's not the same, huh?
Well, I don't want to
I
cry
think I
once
have
a
to go.
month,
You're
but
gonna have to talk.
oh, why?
Help pull my shirt down. I gotta go.
He gotta go. But I already talked about the mom table. What do I do now? Okay, you could say, sorry, my hand is sweaty, and they'll probably rather not shake hands. And yeah, so what else? Hey, has anybody here been ever do the mom hug? Like, are you a mom hug person? Because I'd like to know how you got into that. And how do you know how long to hold that hug for? So I know I'm asking the name questions here, but I wonder these things. Okay, what is this? Okay, I saw these comments. So some more comments because Edie had to step away, and she's really good at carrying the show. Okay, only sometime with my family, and that's but hug. Not trying to be risque. So what are we talking about? The Hey, senior banana lady. I didn't know you were here. Okay, 9 of the 6. I'm a mom hugger. You hold it until you feel like the person is ready to pull away. Oh, so is that what it is? I don't pull away. Okay, if someone is upset. Okay, mom hugs. Oh, okay, so you only do mom hugs with your family. And yeah, but I thought about that 9 of the 6 about, I figured that when I'm getting a mom hug that they're going to do it until I start pulling away, but because they're holding and hugging so tight, I say, oh, maybe I should let myself sink into this hug. I can't do it with random people, but that's more about personal trauma. Okay, I do love that they do the mom hug thing though. Yeah, and I only hug my family unless someone clearly looks like they need a hug. I'll put my discomfort aside. Cool, cool. And I think I don't think I go out and give hugs to people I don't know. I mean, I couldn't see myself doing a mom hug because I just said I won't even shake hands with people because I'm afraid since COVID. I keep hand sanitizer in my car. Okay, enjoy the hug is given with love and care. Thank you, Nana the Six. I will continue to do that because I remember the one year a few years ago, Edie and I went to Pride Festival in Pittsburgh. And we had a hard time finding them because they moved, right? And it was happening during all these other festivals that we kept trying to find them. So as we were walking on the sidewalk toward the festival, we found the mom hug people. They were there before you got to the festival. And so I would just kind of joke and say, "Oh, mom hug. Yeah, I need a mom hug, and I'm older than she is, right?" But she gave me the mom hug, and I just sunk into it. And mostly, I wasn't a joke, but it was just I appreciate the mom being there because the mom hug started a long time ago at the
Right.
festival, and people still really need them. That's really cool. Okay, senior banana lady says, "You see, senior banana ladies here. Is shaking hands really a problem if you don't touch food or face?" Well,
I just don't want to be that close to you, honestly.
for me, oh
I
no, I'm okay with handshake.
don't want to.
It's it's not it's okay if I'm not eating food, but I don't know that I'm not going to touch my face.
I just don't want to like hold on to your hand. Why? You know?
Uh,
Can't we just say hi and
I'm
smile?
actually, I'm actually, I like hugs better than handshakes, but they do say
I
opposites
probably
attract, don't
I
they?
probably would have preferred her to lean down and maybe give me a little hug.
Mm.
If she'd have dropped down and gave me one of them on the mouth kisses, I don't know. I mean, because I
Yeah,
guess it's
but that's
acceptable.
when you just meet somebody new. I don't think you do
They're
it.
not supposed to
I
do
don't think
that.
you do a mouth kiss when you just met somebody.
Yeah,
I don't think
I
so.
don't think so either. But I'm just trying to learn the new rules.
None of the six says everyone can benefit from a hug every now and then.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I understand that. Hmm. Hi again from Miami. Hey, Miami, how you doing? So, Senior Banana, she wants a hug when I see her next time, huh? She wants me to lock her in.
No, 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 no. She only hugs her family.
Well, we're family. We're chosen family. We're family. Do you see my shirt? What's my shirt say?
We are
A
family.
family. Okay, so now you know. Be ready.
Uh oh. She's
Yep.
laughing.
Be ready. Is on. Is on. Matter of fact, I should set the camera up. You
Hug and
know.
kisses. Chris says, hug and kisses.
Mm, love the shirt. You know, I think it's this one. This one, I was a few pounds lighter when I bought this one. That's why I'm struggling so hard to
Uh,
keep it down.
and I feel as if you're part of my family. Yes,
That's
we
right.
are
Let's
Miami
see.
Dane. Okay, you're the friend. We are friends
Friends
for
for 30
30 years.
years. Sounds
So,
good to me. So what else we gonna talk about besides that alarm back there going
yeah,
beep
and I'm
beep
going
beep beep beep?
crazy, crazy, crazy. It's like more often.
You know, it
It's like
stopped.
nonstop.
It stopped. You know, anybody watches us knows about that damn alarm back there. And
Mhm.
it stopped, and it hadn't done this for a couple of weeks or so. And now all of a sudden, it's doing it again. So by tomorrow morning, when I go to call the service,
Mhm.
it won't be doing it anymore.
Mm-mm.
Let's see. It says, Edie, I feel the same exact way as you with hugs and handshakes.
Mhm.
Yeah, I mean, we don't have to do all that. But there are people, that just want to just hang on you.
Uh,
You know what I mean?
uh-huh.
I mean, I'm a lot better than I used to be. I will let you hug me and everything. I mean, why? And why would she want to touch my hand? She
Well,
doesn't
I
know where
guess.
my hand's been.
Well, she saw you eating. I guess that she knows
But
your
that's
hand
me
must be clean
eating.
and you're
That's
eating.
my food. You know, I could use my foot to hold my sandwich if I want because it's my food, my sandwich. Let's see, my son-in-law is the same way. Is that right, Desiree Perez? Let's see. I would never hug someone who didn't want it. I always ask. Now that wait a minute now.
What that's
Look,
Nana the Thick talking about? She gives mom hugs.
but wait, she's saying she asked. If you looked at me and said, "Hey Edie, is it okay if I give you a hug?" How could I look at you and say, "Hell no. Step back and keep your distance. I don't want y'all up in me like that, you know?"
Nana the Thick, when we meet, you can give me a hug.
No, but I would hug you. I would hug you because I'm just telling the truth right here. This is just between us. Out there in the real world, I would have to hug her because I would feel what bad.
Good point. How did they know when you asked for a hug?
That's right. That's right. I went to hug him and thought it was something.
We thought it was something else.
Hmm.
We missed something in
Yeah.
part of the conversation here.
Let's see. What was your favorite food at the Pride from the trucks? Well, we didn't buy anything from the food trucks. Well, we ate at the free barbecue when we first went to that picnic.
Yeah.
And it had burgers and hot dogs and just good food.
Yeah.
And so we ate that. And then we went to the other places where they charge for food. So we ate free food. Let's see. You don't want to. Let's see that responsibility
Yeah.
of turn. Oh, I would never turn down somebody that asked for a hug.
Unless they're
Because what if
creepy.
well, this is true, but what if I said no and they turn around, walk across the street and get hit? And I'd feel bad because all they asked for one last time was a hug.
So Nana the Thick is saying, I even asked my family. I do get Edie, but I even asked my family. No unwelcome contact.
Do you ever have any of them say no, Nana? You say no, thank you. I would like to pass today. I want to know.
I hugged a
Anybody-
cute mannequin in the store that cook.
Now that's weird.
Don't take a selfie of that. I want to see that. It's funny.
Oh
it's
my
funny.
goodness. I'm surprised they haven't put your picture up in different stores and don't allow you in.
Well, yes, and they said 9 out of 6, especially the younger teens.
I don't think you're supposed to ask them at all.
It is supposed to hug them.
Just go right in for it.
Your grandma, now you're hugging them.
Yeah. They're supposed to try to run.
They're supposed to get hugs from the parents. And
Well,
the
see,
aunts
we
and
have
uncles
a
and say,
little grandbaby. She's 4. She's moving here. She'll be here in like 5 days,
Mhm.
or 4 days. But anyway, she's really good at the hugs too.
Mhm.
Because if I just look at her and say, so I think I could use a hug or come here, give me a hug. She runs over and she gives hugs.
She even hugs you on the phone.
She hugs the cell phone and makes it dark, and then she'll come back because she's hugging. Let's see.
Maybe it's better if they just ask, "Do you want a hug?" You can say, "No, I'd rather not. Let's wave."
When the Forrest Gump waves.
Oh, okay, 96. No, I want to teach them that their body should be respected. Right? Okay, that's because I was pushing it and saying,
We're having
teenagers are
fun.
supposed
We're
to get
having
them.
fun
Yeah,
here.
yeah.
We're having fun joking about
Yeah.
it and everything like that. That's nice. I'm glad you can do that.
But yes, definitely we want to teach some boundaries and they can say no.
I think that's what's wrong, though. I don't think they didn't teach me any boundaries when I was young. I never had to say no because nobody.
They want hugging you anyway.
So I didn't have to say no. And
That's the way they taught you boundaries.
That's right.
And now somebody comes in for a hug and like, back off, what are you doing?
Yeah, that's it. And that's why when like grandma would come from out of town and she'd like dive in for one, it was kind of like, what the hell is going on here? I used to hate when they would come visit because I knew they were going to want a hug. Do you think they really wanted hugs, or it was like a formality that they do, like those kind of people?
I
You
don't
know,
know. 'Cause my mom was a hugger, and I was growing up. I was so proud when family would come to visit, like family from overseas would come and visit, and my mom would open the door and put her arms out and welcome them in with open arms and hug them, and I was so proud of her because my dad would like do the handshake. How do you do?
yes.
Good to see you.
So I'm supposed to make a T-shirt saying "No hugs allowed." Well, I mean that would be a little pushy. Let's see. You guys are cracking me up with my headphones on. My daughter is so confused. Oh shoot!
What would you do if you close hug
And a
and
guy
ooh,
sticking you. I don't know if you're talking about that one thing. He better back it up. See, that's probably why I don't want to hug because I don't want
mhm.
like people's body parts to like be touching up against
Yeah.
me.
Well, I mean that's why I say not from creepy people.
Let's see. Our old
Oh,
priest
please.
used to grab our
Knows
nose.
when we were little, it hurt.
Yeah.
I bet it did. And
Oh,
that was his way of being affectionate,
yeah.
right?
All I
Because
can do
he's a
is,
priest, he couldn't hug you.
oh my God. I remember when people would do that. They grab your nose and they do that thing with their thumb. I
Yeah.
got your nose. I got your nose. It's like, give me back my damn nose. What?
So Nate is here. Hey Nate, he
Hey,
says it's
Nate.
been 4 years tomorrow that I changed my name legally. Yay!
Congratulations,
Happy
Nate.
anniversary.
Oh my goodness.
No creepy hug. No, no.
You know what? When I see, you know what? I don't know if I'm gonna be able to attend the senior group for a while because I've got so many doctor's appointments and everything. But next time I see Senior Banana, I you are in for one hell of a good time. I'm gonna hug you, I'm gonna kiss you, and I'm gonna pinch your nose.
Major thing. Judy, you can wear a t-shirt with an arrow pointing to anything. She loved that. I don't think I can do that, Major. I think she might get mad. That's a good one.
I could hurt somebody. You know, well, no, I would go along with it, but then next thing you know, I'd probably catch COVID or something, and it would be all your fault.
Here, you need this is CM, you need a fire truck shirt that says keep 300 feet back.
Well, you remember when COVID had? I had that one
Oh, you did
shirt,
have that
and
one.
it said, it did say, I don't care if you had your shot or not, keep back, stay back. I should wear it anyway.
You should wear it
I
anyway.
should
You have
still wear it.
one of the shirts you made that had the big stop sign on it.
Yeah, I had that one
Mhm.
too. What would it be? You know what? There was probably something behind that. I was in my
You
glory.
were probably
Yeah,
happy.
I was just like, oh my God, they can't touch me. Everybody got to stay away. Oh, I never thought about it like that. I should mention that to the counselor. I don't think there's a reason I don't want to be touched. You
Yeah.
guys are too funny. Thank you very much for making my morning
Yeah,
laugh.
thanks for making me laugh today.
Oh my goodness. Let's see. I saw a shirt in the store yesterday. It said, "Some people are human versions of my period cramps." Oh my. Oh my.
uh,
I didn't
so,
see any good shirts yesterday when we were out and about.
no, what do you see?
No, nobody had anything
Okay.
creative.
So when I was in San Francisco in my 20s, I loved a T-shirt there because this is 19 early 1980s, and it said San Francisco where the girls are strong and the boys are pretty. And we knew we were in
That was
San
good.
Francisco. That was
Yep.
good. Yeah.
Let's see. I would keep back people.
Okay.
Thank you very much, Lisa, for being a new follower. Let's see. You two made my morning with your joy. Thank you very much, Keith. I'm glad you had a good time. We had a good time too. We'll be on here a little bit longer. We'll finish this out and everything. I will show you
Yeah.
a few other things we got while we were at Pride yesterday.
Oh, here we go.
Yeah, we'll show you a few other things. Like we were
Okay,
at that.
we did get some fun swag.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We got this. We got a nice little water bottle. And I decided we got that. It's from the Hazelwood one. We're going to give that to the grandbaby because she's going to like it. We all got these too. These cool new bandanas. Giant Eagle gave these away.
Yeah.
And that was really nice. And then Hugh Lane gave away some bubbles
Right.
and some other stuff. And okay.
And this came from Hazelwood, a bunch of swag. So
Here's some more
bracelet
bubbles.
and bubbles and
Keychain.
yeah.
Yeah, we gotta get that one out of my purse. There's another little keychain. So we, of course,
we got a little swag bag we collected for the 4-year-old grandbaby.
Yeah, we didn't take as much as we could have.
Right.
But
we're kind of being selective with items that
we
could
ended
really
up
be
with
played with.
so much
really
junk,
nice. Yeah, those are cool bandanas. I still have a rainbow bandana that's probably 30 or 40 years old that I use in my suitcase when I travel.
Oh.
So I can recognize my suitcase. I love free swag.
Me too. Me too. As long as I don't have to hug nobody for it, I'm good.
Oh, come on.
I probably would have hugged her for the bandana. If I shook somebody's hand while I was trying to eat my lunch.
Yeah, Nate saying we got better swag here than they have there. But Nate, this is new. The really good swag started a few years ago. We started getting really good swag.
We got some good stuff. These ones we've been going to are just small ones, but that year we got those really nice fanny packs. Those are nice, filled with those C words.
Right. That TikTok will put us in TikTok jail.
Yeah, those things that keep you from catching any kind of diseases and stuff.
Right.
Let's see, which Pride did you go to? They got some
good finds.
Yeah, well, we went to 3 different ones yesterday. We hit the Hugh Lane
Wellness Foundation
picnic, and it was nice because they had free food and it was catered and it was really nice. And then after that, we headed to the Bellevue. And Bellevue was nice too because it had a lot of children and children's activities, and there was a place and it had a band and stuff. It was nice, and a lot of vendors. And it was nice because it allowed the children to dress and do and be who they were, and that was really nice. And then the final one was the Hazelwood, and they had some pretty good stuff there. That's where we got our new coffee that we're drinking today.
Yeah, I'm gonna go refill the coffee.
Yeah,
I'll be right
I'll need
back.
some too.
And Cooley Chris got an idea what we can call them.
That's right, a cucumber wrapper. Yes, yeah, I got cucumber wrappers, and we got in trouble because I guess not allowed to have them on TikTok. So what else is going on here? We've got 30 minutes left, a little less than 30 minutes left, and we'll be getting off here and going to do whatever we're going to do. I think we're going to attend a couple more prides this afternoon. There's a little town right up the hill from us. It's called Forest Hills, and it's just like a little community. They're having a little pride up on the hill, and so we're going to go to that one. And last year they had free pizza and little hoagies, and that was nice. So that's about 4:00. That's about dinner time. And then when we leave there, the Hazelwood one was having the foam party again at theirs. So that's going to be cool because it'd just be fun playing in the foam or watching other people play in the foam. If you've never been to a foam party, those are pretty nice. Let's see. People can be so cruel. Oh, don't worry about it. Now, you know what? I'm not worried about it. Live it up. We are. I'm having my knee replaced on the 21st of July. So I'm feeling really good. I don't know if just knowing that the surgery's coming, if that's made me feel better or what, but I'm actually getting along pretty good. They did, so if in a way I feel like I could cancel it, but I don't think I'd like that. I think if I canceled it, I'd be bummed out. Yeah, we got some wristbands. I saw one of the cats playing with one earlier today. Let's see. Have a great day. Signing out, Norma. Hey, Norma. Norma, why don't you fix your name there and give yourself a real name? And why you not saying nothing until you're signing out? Remember Norma? So Norma was a little girl that grew up near me on the hill.
Oh yeah.
Uh-huh. Yeah, I forget. Norma moved somewhere far away, like I don't know, Panama or something. Let's see. I only been to a phone party at the club. See, we never because we
We
stopped clubbing,
yeah.
but we went to that one that was downtown Pittsburgh in the Pride Streets, and it was fun. And
Yeah,
so we
it's the
might do
first
that
time I've
today.
ever seen a phone. I never knew about phone parties. So yeah, so I really hope that we go to that one tonight. I'm looking forward to
I think
it.
I might go get me a bikini because I don't. I think a bikini would be the best thing to wear to the phone party. Don't you guys think so?
A bikini, yeah, I think you should go for it.
Yeah.
What is it? A foam party? It's like dish soap foam, and they shoot it out of this foam gun, and it's huge. I mean, it really builds up on the ground. You're like in a swimming pool of foam on the street.
Yeah, somebody
Hmm.
fell down and you couldn't even see her. She was covered with. If her friends
Yeah,
didn't know she was there to reach down and get
grabbed
her,
them, pulled her up.
yeah. I mean,
Yeah.
not that she was drowning or nothing.
No,
It's
no,
just
no.
that she was laying down there underneath all the foam. It was pretty cool. Yeah, I'm not going to cancel it, but I was saying how I've been feeling so much better.
That's
You
true because
know?
the closer you get to it, the better you feel. Just like when you have a lot of pain and you go to a doctor, it not hurts anymore.
Yeah. I mean, I've been doing really a
And as
lot
soon as you
better.
leave a
We
doctor's
even
office, it all
danced a
hurts
little.
again.
I danced a little bit yesterday while we were out and about. The music was so good, you know. I mean, I didn't dance long,
Yeah.
but it was nice. Just be careful. I am. I'm being careful.
We got a lot of, even though we're Rainbow Grannies, I think we got a lot of mommies and daddies too.
Yeah, but that's okay though. They're just looking out
That's
for us, making
true.
sure,
That's true.
you know.
Oh, is it that point? Because we're grannies that they looking out for us?
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. It's
I'm
like
66.
I feel bad like when you
So
go
the
to
friend reminding a friend to be careful.
yeah. So when you go to the store and somebody will hold the door open for you,
Hmm.
and you're about 10 steps away, and all of a sudden you got to kind of kick it into gear and get
Because
there
they holding the door open
because
for
yeah,
you.
you feel so bad, and they're just like standing there like they got all day, but they're thinking, "Would you please just hurry up?" You know what I mean? You guys know what I mean?
Yeah, but I
Anybody?
don't think they're thinking that. Otherwise, they wouldn't hold the door open for
I
you.
think they don't expect you to take as long as you took to get there.
I
I
think they're probably used to it by now.
you think
People
so?
who do that, yeah. Look, I remember being in my 40s. It was the first time I knew that there were people younger than me who saw that I was middle aged because I was living in this house with different apartments on each floor, and I went out to shovel the snow off the sidewalk. And a guy was sitting on the porch. He just jumped up, said, "I'll do that," and took the shovel from me and shoveled off and stuff
Josie
like
said there
that.
was
It's
a
like,
foam
wow.
party at her resort in the pool. I've seen those kind, you know.
Ooh.
Yeah, so much fun. Yeah. I
You
mean,
know what? Okay.
if we were a little younger, I would love to have one here at the house because you can
Yeah.
rent it and
Yeah.
they'll come and they'll shoot it up and like our
Yeah.
whole
That's all
cul-de-sac.
we gotta do is have with all our friends, they all
Yeah,
slip and fall and break a hip.
why they gotta break a hip? Because any other part you break on, you might live. But you break a hip, man, you gotta say goodbye to all your friends and loved ones.
Mm. So yeah, but so the thought hit my mind because you're talking about going to a resort in Jamaica. I'm thinking I'll do phone parties at a gay place. I won't do phone parties with a bunch of straight people because I don't trust those guys.
Ain't nobody going. Ain't
I
nobody
don't
gonna
trust
mess
those
with
guys.
her. You tell her. Ain't no,
Yeah,
see, I'm
yeah.
the one that don't want somebody
Because there's just
hugging
a
me.
lot of creepy people. I don't like
They're
creepy
they're
people.
in their own little thing. They're having their world. But
Yeah,
anyway,
it's probably my experience going to straight bars to dance and like these
you
guys
know,
don't
that's
know where
right.
the
Now all they
boundaries
just
are.
want is your 60-something-year-old lesbian
I
ass.
know, I know.
They
But
just can't
creepy
wait.
people are
They can't.
really creepy.
No. The creepy people don't go on them
Hmm.
cruises. Oh my goodness.
That's good to know because
Why would creepy be the
mhm.
last thing they want to do
I
is
think
mess with you?
somebody asked us earlier about what I do when what we do when somebody hits on your wife. Lots of older guys hit on you.
Me?
Yes,
I don't know.
all the time,
Oh,
all the time.
really?
Hmm.
I miss it, or do I?
Hmm.
I know I'm a flirt, and I know
Hmm.
I will flirt.
But this isn't like that. It will be a fine middle-aged African American man will see you and hit on you. And
I
I've
did.
seen it numerous
Well,
times.
would you tell me when it happens so that I'll realize it's
And I don't
happening?
think anything of it because I know he's not going to get anywhere.
No, but you gotta at least let me know because I might be missing it. Yeah, you have to say.
Mhm. Mhm.
65-year-old man. Yep. I don't know.
I think they see you and you're a fine African American woman and you're his age, and he thinks you're single
My
because
curls is popping.
you're with another woman, so he thinks you're single.
Yeah, because that guy did yesterday. He looked at her and he said, "Oh, yins are together." Like it was like a big surprise. We're at a gay function. Just because he tried to be like he wasn't gay. How about all that?
I know.
I
I know.
almost
This
called him
guy would have
completely
to.
out
You did, huh?
because
You almost did,
I
huh?
couldn't stand it. It was
Oh
making me
yeah.
sick because he was
So when he was
rude.
talking about, the key to a relationship is to stay, and I thought he was talking about his man left him. No, he's talking about his woman left him, and it's like, well,
She
duh,
left because you're gay.
yeah,
It was obvious. My God.
right. What you want to do?
Oh, thank you very much for loving us. Thank you for enjoying our time here.
Now he didn't hit on you.
No, he better not have. I'd have probably punched him in the nose. I found him to be so annoying because when we first got there, he acted like he didn't know where he was at.
Yeah.
He was at the gay function, but he just
Maybe he
well,
just
where
maybe
are we?
maybe he just
Where are we? It's how he was. Where are
maybe he
we?
was just going for a beer and didn't know it was the Pride Fest that
Yeah.
day.
He said, "Where are we?" And
But he
somebody
gravitated toward it
told
because it looked so familiar to him.
yeah, and
He didn't
then
know
somebody
why.
said to him, he said, "Oh, I'm saved, sanctified, and whatever." And he's like, "But I don't hate nobody. I just don't hate nobody." And it was like, you know what? And I did. I mean, I know I said a few little things because it was so annoying. You know? Oh wow, the lights are out in that one.
Oh, they shouldn't be.
Ruh-roh.
They're not on different time
No, they
schedule.
both come on at
We're looking
7
at
o'clock.
80s garden
Uh-oh.
and cigar fix something.
Whoa. Not good.
Yeah, because that's where I get most of my. That's the older one. That's where I get most of my produce right now. I
Oh,
really hope Edie talked about how she'll have an interest in this hobby and in this hobby. And I don't really call them hobby. I think Edie's a real gardener. I think she's a real artist. I don't think of it as hobby, but her creativity and her ideas switch from idea to idea. And I'm saying
that's ADD.
I hope Edie wants to do this gardening for years because I absolutely love it, and I am no good at being a gardener, and I love going in there and plucking off
Hey,
the
Gregory,
fresh
how you
produce
doing?
and
Thank you
cooking.
very much, and happy Pride to you too. Hey, Diana, USMC. See, I always thought the women in the service was really hot too.
You did,
Nothing like them in the uniforms.
huh? Uh-huh.
You know,
Uh-huh.
I used to have an aunt when I was just a little girl, and she was in the service. And I remember when she came home, I was just little. She came home and she had her uniform on and everything, and it was just like, wow, she looks so nice. You know what I mean?
Yeah, thank you for the gift.
Oh yes, thank you for the gifts. Gardening is hard work. Well, evidently that machine over there is making me worry. So,
Hippie girl say, "Good morning, Granny."
good morning.
Wow, lots of gifts. Thank you so much.
Yes, thanks for all the gifts. We'll buy us a pizza later on this week. Let's see. Did she hug you? Which who hugged you?
Who the
Who?
person that you like who was in a uniform?
Oh,
Was it an
she
aunt or somebody?
probably did. But she did buy me my very first set of what do you call them things? Encyclopedias. Encyclopedia Britannica. She bought me a big set of that. And so,
Wow.
yes, Minio's
No, not
pizza.
mini O pizza. No,
No,
we think they're
that's
like Domino's because they have this nice thin crust that's tasty, and they put a lot of vegetables on there or whatever you get on it, vegetables or the meat. They put a lot on. They don't skimp on it.
let's see. I remember that. What else is going on? Okay, well, you know what? We're gonna go ahead and call it a day.
Yeah, we hung in there a little bit longer. And
So I want to
oh,
thank
and you
you.
got somebody here, Janine, who loved reading encyclopedias.
Well, you know what? That was way back in the day before there was anything like the internet. So I had them all on a bookshelf, and I can't tell you how many times I would have to get them out and use them to do a report or whatever
Yeah, so it was
because
really
I didn't
helpful.
have to go to the library or nothing.
Right.
I had my stuff right there, you know?
Yeah.
So when I think about them, I smell them though.
Yeah.
They have like this Pittsburgh had some of the best pizza. That's what she
Yeah,
said.
yeah. People order Minios who leave Pittsburgh. They can call Minios and order it, and Minios gets the pizza already and packaged and sends it in a way where they don't have to just put it in the oven. Maybe.
Next time you have to tell us the products in your curls. My,
Yeah, okay, your
what,
curls are
what
popping.
products? What products? This is El Natural.
And I don't have gray hair. It's natural, it's colored with the highlight.
No, I am. It's just some gel. It's just a
Edie's an
matter.
artist, you guys. She's an artist. She
Yeah.
can make everything look good.
That's so nice of you.
All right, so we wrapping up.
Yes, we are.
Okay.
I want to thank you very much for joining us, hanging out with us. We'll be back next weekend. Send me messages, send me love. I want to thank all the people that we met yesterday while we were out at Pride,
Right.
and all those nice gifts we got and everything that was nice, and the food and stuff. And anything else we want to say? If
Yeah,
you're
just
not following, make sure
Yeah.
you're following.
And just want to say have a great day, everybody. You know, we're wrapping up a bunch of Pride festivals this month. There'll be more happening all across the country and across the world as the year goes on.
That's right.
So, happy Pride! Be proud of y'all, proud of our community, because we're the shit.
Here we are. We got to keep rolling. Keep
Right.
rolling. They, there's some ones out there try to take us down. We ain't let them take us down.
Yeah.
Keep
We
having
got
fun.
more and more neighborhood coming on board because they want everyone to know it's okay to be gay. See you, everyone. Have a good day.